Once again, my man, the thing I love about talking to hip hop artists is that I get edified in our conversations. People think I drop drills in the conversation. Y'all are really teaching me. Like the music is therapeutic for you, the conversation is therapeutic for me. This makes me feel like I'm actually giving something back to the culture and the community.
You definitely are.
So thank you, I appreciate that. But we have to give the people the way to get in touch with you to get your music. So give them your social media and how they can find you.
Okay, so you can get me on IG at Big Bruh Black, that's BIGBRUHBLACK. Right on time. It's streaming on all major platforms. If it's not on that platform, it will be on that platform shortly. We also have Smoke and Mirrors compilation album. That is a very, very good project, man. It represents the whole low-key management. The whole low-key music group. Y'all really need to go get that album, man. It's a great album. And that's it. I'm still learning my social media game, so I'm just on IG right now. I got Facebook. I think it's Power Black on Facebook, but I'll figure it out. But please get at me, man. At Big Bruh Black on IG. Follow me, like my comments. Like my post, comment. I'd appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
But Heritage Hip Hop does not believe in streaming. Streaming is a form of promotion. So please, if Big Black has songs that you like,
Big Bruh,
please, if Power Black has songs that you like, love, purchase them. Because by being on the internet, you're renting your music.
Right.
And the music that he has not only is life-changing, but it's introspective. So if you want introspective music, if you want music that'll help raise you, not as a man, but your level, buy the music. Because at the end of the day, when the internet all goes, or they update the world and the internet is old, you'll never have your music again.
Absolutely.
So please, purchase the music. You agree?
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. But I will say, I want you to hear what I have to offer. And I would love for you to invest in me by purchasing my music. But if you just streaming it or listening to from somebody else, all right. But purchasing the music really does help us continue to give this art form to you. And it help us as hip hop to grow and own. This is ours to help us grow and own hip hop, but we don't gotta go to vultures to get handouts to help fund what we're doing when you can fund what we're doing. If you invest in me and I invest in you and we invest in each other, we can control it.
And that's it, man. Because here's a jewel for everybody out there listening. The reason why they want you to depend on them is because if you're a grown person, you have a family to take care of, you only have but so many areas you can hit. Because you're having a family, you're not going to be able to go to Arizona tomorrow and then come back and catch a school recital or graduation.
Right.
So the thing is, they want to use the internet so you can get all over the place. Master your geographical area, and that'll bring them to you.
Absolutely.
Not you having to chase them.
And support, man. We got to support everything and everybody we could support. If you don't mind, can I take this opportunity just to shout out, Sean Bradley, number 54 for the Eagles, S. Dot. Some dream, others triumph. He did his first annual football camp for the kids today. That's where I was at earlier today. I don't know if y'all can see that. These is all the sponsors. These are people that supported that to make that happen today. And you see, I gotta shout that out. That's my small little business right there, never quit. But I wanna shout everybody out on the back of this right here that came through and made this happen, man. I wanna shout out, Brandon, man. I met the brother Brandon Bostic. Brandon Bostic, man, good dude, and DJ Reese, man. Sean Bradley. Shout out all y'all, man. We had a good time. And thank you for allowing me to.
Oh man, that's what it's all about. Mr. Bradley, you are welcome to come on Heritage Hip Hop.
You hear that?
Mr. Bostic,
you hear that, Sean?
You are welcome to come on Heritage Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Right.
You hear that, Brandon? Sean? Come on, we gotta support each other.
All right, so right now, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our time, but as you know, Heritage Hip Hop does not let people just leave. We play the rapid fire questions. You ready to play that game?
Oh yes, all right.
The rapid fire questions are not yes, no questions. These are questions designed to show your articulation and your knowledge of yourself and the hip hop culture. Are you ready to go? This is your first time on here, so you probably heard these questions.
I'm ready.
What album or song from another artist's catalog perfectly describes you?
Perfectly describes me would probably be Tupac, Me Against the World, on the album Me Against the World.
Classic album. I think that's his best album. Perfect.
That is my favorite.
That's my thing is best. All right. The next question, kind of different, but authentic. Keep it simple. What's the perfect hip hop beat? Meaning, if that person never came out with a song, it would have been your first single.
Acapella.
Just acapella?
Acapella. Acapella. I'm going to give it to you from here. Or if it ain't acapella, the perfect hip hop beat is the heartbeat. That would be me. Anything else I'm gonna get on, I'm a ride. Boom, back,
Treacherous 3 heartbeat?
No, your soul,
just the heart
your
itself.
heartbeat. When you sit down, when you sit down with that pen and you quiet and you going through something and you tie into your heart and you hear that beat and you put your heart on the lines, that's the best beat. Rakim said he sinks into the paper and he don't come out till the rhyme is done. You know?
Off of that, you're the first person who ever said that. But off of that, I want to give a shout out to the Body of Christ Ministry because they have a song called The Heart is the Drum, and it's the heartbeat that is the beat.
Wow.
So shout out to you.
Okay.
And shout out to them.
And shout out God's Assembly in Christ out there in Plainfield, man.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? That's my family church. That's where I was married at. My wife, kids, everybody go there. Shout out God's Assembly in Christ. Okay?
That's what I'm talking about. Next question. Let's make it a Jersey hip hop question.
Okay.
Let's get a little nasty with it.
Okay.
Elizabeth is outside of Essex County, yet battled by Middlesex County.
Okay.
And kind of represented in their battles with Hudson County.
Okay.
What was the place, if I did a tour of New Jersey, what would be the one stop in Elizabeth that everybody has to go to learn about hip hop?
Yo, he set me up, he handed this to me, man. Elizabeth, the whole Elizabeth, but I gotta say, the Brown Derby side of Midtown, shameless plug, shout out $sign Mouth, I gotta say it.
Because Elizabeth was all, and people know Bayway Project.
Absolutely.
People know, the little ports and everything.
Right.
Everybody wanted little Spanish girls. They went, also that's uptown, but we called it downtown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody know about King being right there.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I'm saying? But the one thing that made Elizabeth to me was more recent. The Mayhem web series. Shout out to my man, Mr. Keys, yo. That's my guy, yo. Salute to him. Because Mayhem not only brought respect back to the city, it gave the city even more of a identity.
Absolutely.
From the sneaker store
Absolutely.
to even the old folks home that they put in there. I mean, shout out to my man Sean Lanning. Shout out to everybody that was in Mayhem. And even as they progressed on into their other things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was written web series.
Right.
Elizabeth is a hub of hip hop culture. So please make sure if you really in hip hop, it's more than Essex County out there. Go visit the whole state.
And I love that he made that fly. So you know, he showed that it ain't just being the rapper or the athlete. Like being behind the camera and the director and the writer, he made that fly. Like that's so many other things spent off of that, man. So shout out for making that happen, man. I salute you. That's a beautiful series. I wish it would come back, man.
Yeah.
So I could be on it.
Okay, gotta do their own. What's up?
Word.
We can talk about that off the
Absolutely,
camera.
absolutely.
Next question is this. Low-key entertainment is comprised of artists that take the game to the next level.
Facts.
Who would low-key entertainment go against in the verses that will make the verses better since it's trash anyway? That's just my
ask the question again.
Who would low-key have to do a verses with to bring the verses back to respect?
The whole low-key?
Everybody against another group. Who would it be?
Yo, you know what I would like to see?
Let's do it.
I would like to see low-key do a versus against First Nation. If y'all remember First Nation and Black Tower Records, which is where me and Kareem was signed to Black Tower Records, and when that went under, you know, Kareem started Redbone and now Low Key. So, and I know they still doing it, I know they still doing it, so it wouldn't even really be a versus. You know, I play chess too. I'm a little slick. It'd be a reunion, and we'll get them all together, and then you know we could just trade. Shem, man, I always love Shem Pen, Everlast Pen. You know what I mean? Ebony Blade, man. It's a lot out there that was on Black Tower. So I would love to see that.
And you're all are welcome to Heritage Hip Hop.
Absolutely.
All right, here's the next question. I always ask the same question, so I want to kind of remix it a little bit. And I did so far. I got probably like 3 or 4 more questions for you.
Let's go. I'm enjoying myself.
One question I want to ask you is this. What's the most powerful message that hip hop has not delivered yet?
That has not?
That has not been delivered yet.
I really don't know. I believe it's been delivered. It just may not have been received. I really could not say what that message is that hip hop hasn't delivered yet. Wow. You ask phenomenal questions, man.
Thank you.
But an intelligent man is smart enough to know when he don't know. I don't know. And that's how I'm about to get the answer right now.
I can't define that for you because hip hop has touched a lot of elements. You know what makes Eve one of the greatest female, if not MCs of all time? Remember the song Love Is Blind?
Yes.
How many women talked about their friend getting killed from an abusive man?
Yo.
That's something that,
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
That is different.
Right.
And that's not something that a lot of people touch on because a lot of people are cowards. And I said cowards because a lot of people don't want to touch on the reality that life gives that is very hurtful. A lot of people just want to focus on what sounds good so they can make money instead of talking about real life. That's what made Brenda's Got a Baby so necessary.
And that's the importance of compound education, because you got Eve who got you to understand love is blind, and I can't help but to believe that seed or that spark from that fire came from KRS-One, Love's Gonna Get You. And it lets you understand, you know, like what love really is and how it could trap you. I said in one of my verses, I said, you should never love what you have unless it has the ability of loving you back. A lot of people, you know, when KRS said, I love my car, or I love my this or that, that stuck with me. And so that information that the teacher taught me, I can now regurgitate it, put a little sauce on it, and reteach it. And you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by compound information. Like, I got that, I didn't have to go through what he went through to learn that. He just told it to me. And this man slept in parks, he was homeless, he lost his DJ. So, and there's a lot of things in hip hop, a lot of y'all wanna be in people's shoes and be where these artists are at, and you don't know their backstory. You know, these guys got traumatic stories, man. And if you threw, I believe if Jay-Z and me sat here together and threw our problems in the air, and I seen his problems and he seen mine, I'll be jumping to grab my problems back then. Because people just believe that somebody else's life is easier, but you don't know what they're going through, man. So that goes back to being true to who you are.
Facts. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's how hip hop edifies. Rappers can't do that. KRS-One said an MC can talk to you about your life, while a rapper just raps about anything.
Chris, the teacher, man.
So my next question is this. Being that hip hop is about, I'm gonna restructure that because of who I'm talking to.
Okay.
Why is hip hop alive and not just a music genre?
Listen, man, that's a heavy question. Hip hop, y'all gotta understand this, man. Hip hop is alive, right? And I know a lot of people be not liking what the newer kids is doing, or what they call mumble rap, or whatever the case may be. What happens with hip hop and why hip hop is still here 30, 40 years is because it's alive. The culture grows, it's living, it's breathing. So I'm saying that to say the vultures can't take it. You know, once they understood rock and roll, once rock and roll was what it was and they understood it, they could take it. And they could say, Little Richard ain't do this. You know, Elvis Presley did it. You know what I mean? When jazz became what it was and they understood it, they could say, yo, Miles Davis ain't this, Kenny G is. So at that point, at every point of it, when hip hop gets to a point when they say Vanilla Ice is hip hop, it's switch. Vanilla Ice can't do that. Right. Now, when it gets to the point where it's like Eminem is hip hop, and shout out M, I believe all these artists, and I'm not just using white artists, but I believe all these artists are true to hip hop, and they are hip hop. But the fact that hip hop grows means that the powers that be can't come in and take it. They try, but then it switch up, and it's corny to them. Like, mumble, I don't understand that, and it grows, and it becomes something more. Like, I'm gonna say this, man, I just want to touch on this. When it comes to these kids, these younger artists that are just ignorant and stupid, not saying nothing, and rich and influential, they're not always gonna be ignorant and stupid and young. But if they do right, they're always gonna be rich and influential. We just gotta deal with them, because one of my favorites gotta be Waka Flocka. And everybody know Waka was just, I don't know what Waka was saying.
Go hard in the paint.
I go hard in the paint and all of this. But as Waka grew, and he's just as dope as he always been, when he said, I'm not doing no more music about killing my people, you don't hear Waka no more. Waka's still moving around, getting to it. So what I'm trying to say is, we still got to stand by our younger generation of hip-hoppers, stand with them, coax them, guide them, and if we got a problem with them, we got to handle it in hip-hop. We don't air our dirty laundry out.
Thanks.
We don't air our dirty laundry out. We got to handle it in hip-hop. And that's why it can't be controlled, because it's alive. It's a culture, it's a culture. It's not music, man. It's a culture. The game is the game, but hip-hop as a culture, that's a beautiful thing, man. I raised my kids hip-hop. I am hip-hop.
All right, 2 more questions and we out. This part of the rapid fire question is called the translation.
Okay.
I'm gonna read you a verse, and you tell me what it means to you.
Okay.
Here's the verse. Mama said, don't do crack and smoke, you know, because it'll make your nose grow like Pinocchio. Since I was only 15, I had to listen to what was said, for my parent was a Christian. I went to school and so all my friends do it. But I said no, because I didn't want my nose to grow. They started tripping on me, busting and flipping on me. So I had to front and say, yo, true, stick it on me. I started to smoke to prove when I'm adult. Now it's a habit. Is it all my fault? I wish my mother would have told me the truth, because I'm now all based out, my dukes.
Wow, that seems to me, what I get from that, it's gonna be a little deep. What I get from that is, we being who we are, you gotta learn to love who you are, your culture, and how you do things. And a lot of times we give well-deserved credit to other people for the way they do things, and then we try to do it. Hence, Karev told me that rich people taught their kids through parables and books and stories. So this mother tried it with her son and told her, using Pinocchio, that your nose would grow. But see, through hip hop, we don't learn that way. Like he said, we learn from experience, hand on. You gotta keep it real, 100. So, but being that his mother put a little flavor on it and give it to him real, he ain't respect the information. And as he got, realized, all right, my nose ain't gonna grow, and not being true to himself, he wanted to do what the masses did, and he tried it. And when he sold that little piece of his soul and lost it. That's what I got from it. But another great thing about hip hop, similar to the Bible or any holy book, Quran or whatever, you can read something and everybody gets something different. And it's not to say one or the other is right or wrong, but that's what I get from it.
That verse was Big Daddy Kane, human education against lies. Kill yourself.
I remember that.
A little bit. Back a little bit for that.
Education against lies. And as you saying it, I'm like, yo, who is that? Who is that? I get my mom like, I heard that. That's heavy. Shout out Kane. I mean, Rakim was my guy, but Kane, I ain't saying,
Yeah.
I shout out both.
Kane.
Yeah.
So I got 2 more questions and we're gonna fade to black.
All right.
One of my favorite questions is, I always ask people about hip hop and what's the best hip hop, but I'm not gonna ask it. I'm gonna just put it this way. I believe for Jersey to get more respect for what it is, there's a certain unity pattern that has to happen. And why I think Brooklyn always wins when it comes to hip hop is because they took some of their MCs and make the Crooklyn Dodgers. Mm-hmm. It was 3 of them, we only recognize 2 all the time.
Right.
But egos got set aside and people came together just to represent the territory.
Right.
And they went around the world with it.
Right.
If you could make like a Crooklyn Dodgers of Jersey, who would be your 3 MCs and who would produce the track?
Yo, honestly, man, I would keep it in the house, kind of in family.
That's cool.
Crooklyn Dodgers, it would probably be Dollar Sign Mouth. It would probably be Nocturnal. It would probably be Money Zo, and it'd probably be produced by Doughboy.
Okay, so make it happen.
Well, as I said, how I see things a little bit different.
Okay.
I feel that Jersey on a whole has to struggle for its respect in hip hop as far as the game go. Because in the streets, if you in the streets, in the gutter in the streets, people respect Jersey. As far as spitters, they do. But as far as on a mass level, we are nestled between two powerhouses full of spitters. And Jersey, listen, I'm gonna just keep it funky with you. Jersey don't got nothing. So we nestle between New York and we nestle between Philly. And they got radio stations, they got what they got. So we gotta go to New York to get on, and they gonna show love to theirs first. Or we gotta go to Philly, they gonna show love to theirs first, and then let us get in where we fit in. It's to the point that, yo, they don't even wear, and don't get it twisted, we love New York, we love Jersey. I mean, we love Philly. South Jersey is like, East Philly. North Jersey is like West New York. We love our big brothers. But what I'm trying to say is, Giants and Jets play in Jersey, and they wear New York. A borough, Brooklyn, a borough, took our whole state team. It ain't even the New York Nets no more, it's the Brooklyn Nets, B. They took Jersey whole team. So it's about powers that be, that we don't have that radio station that we could go to and set us off. So that's why we so respected underground, because we are literally underground. And everybody respect that Jersey spitter, and they'll come, they'll tap in, they'll get our DNA, and then they'll run with it. You know what I mean? But as I said, I ain't really geographical. Hip hop is hip hop to me, but that would be why I feel as though we're not respected as we should be. And also, once we do get that respect, when we got, flavor units and things like that, and I ain't gonna go into all that because I don't know everything. I just wish that was such a great representation of Jersey, man. But we got low key.
That's right.
We got low key.
And we got A Squad Rebel Radio. So
absolutely.
Let's make it happen. So if everybody out there watching, thank you for watching this great interview.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for supporting. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment on every video, and make sure you subscribe to Power Black, and make sure we build these things respectively, because the Most High gives and grants blessings to those who give just the same way.
And I definitely, one more time, want to thank you for allowing me to get on your platform. People, y'all just witnessed my first one-on-one interview in my whole career of hip-hop music, man.
I hope we set the bar.
I had a great time, man. Thank you for having me.
So here's the final question. 500 years, when we go to the Hip Hop Hall of Fame Museum, and we see Power Black up in there, 500 years from now, though.
Right.
And one of your great, you know how I go, come in,
yeah.
And they be like, he was in our family?
Right.
Who is that?
Right.
And they push that red button and your hologram comes out the wall and they hear your music.
Right.
What is the legacy that you left behind to inspire and make the world better because you made music?
Hey man, listen, that's the reason. That's the reason for it all, because this gonna be here long after me. You understand? And when they say it's a recording, it's a record for me. This is an actual record of my thought, my feelings, where I was at this place in time. So just like we can go pull up the Dead Sea Scrolls and figure out what they was thinking and feeling, that's what my music is going to do. What I would warn you other artists against is, even a little bit, stepping outside of yourself and trying to go to the masses, and you make 2 or 3 songs that don't represent you, and after you're here, that's your catalog. That's all they play. That's what it is. You're gonna only hear, you only gonna hear Dear Mama, Brenda's Got a Baby, but you ain't gonna hear, all the harder joints where Pac took America to court. I'm rambling or whatever. So my point is, stay true to yourself. But this is why I do it. So 500 years from now, a million years from now, when you go through and you find that Power Black essence that I left behind from you, you get an understanding of who and what I was. You can listen to my lyrics and my music, and you can ask me about it. It'll be a regular conversation. And that's not to knock nobody else that's doing whatever, and you ask them about it and they say it's just rap, that we need that too. But as far as me, I'm literally giving you everything that I am. I put everything I am in a song, and ain't a single man proving I'm wrong. And still I ain't saying I'm right. I'm just saying I'm just living my life. Until I die, I'll be willing to fight. Bars for you, boy.
And with that being said, always remember that, once again, being loyal and moral
absolutely
is what's going to make you live forever, because it said that God lives forever because he's righteous, and if righteousness is immortality, then we have to mimic the righteous so that we live on and inspire others by our works.
Absolutely.
May the Most High bless you all. This is Karev with Power Black on Heritage Hip Hop, and we say peace and we out.
Peace and we out.
Thank you for watching our presentation. We ask that you subscribe to our YouTube family and hit the notification bell for updates. Please like, comment, and share this video.
Real hip hop. Real